Hey guys, Lucas D. In this video I'm just going to test out a couple of the skill gems, the physical spell skill gems, when we link them to cast on critical strike. Now what I've got linked to cast on critical strike in the Tub Rusher is I've got Bladefall, Ethereal Knives and Blade Vortex. So these are three physical gems now, and we want to just test them out, see how they go when we link them with cast on critical strike. Now the way cast on critical strike is going to trigger is we're going to be using Cyclone, which is a melee based skill, and it hits quite often, so it will proc cast on critical strike. Now that will be also linked with power charge on critical strike, so we can keep our power charges up at all times, and when our power charges are up, more likely to crit. I think on this build, when I've got all my power charges up, I have about 88% chance to crit. So it's going to be tested out with a dagger build, and the dagger is pretty straightforward. It isn't a vegan dagger, it's just a dagger with a bit of crit on it, 80% chance to crit, a bit of physical damage, increased critical strike chance, so it's 9.1% chance to crit, a bit of attack speed I put on it as well, so nothing fancy. We're still going to use a shield just so we get an additional extra armor. As you can see here, when I have my Ice Remorse shield on, I have 37% estimated physical damage reduction, and when I take it off I only have 7% estimated physical damage reduction. Okay guys, so this is the physical skill tree I've got, and where I started was, I started in the shadow area and I picked up all the physical nodes. Attack speed nodes are great too, so picked up the attack speed nodes, life nodes, anything to do with physical damage, anything to do with crit, anything to do with life, so that's what I picked up. So, and we're using a dagger, and I picked up basically these nodes here for dagger are fantastic for crit. These are over here okay as well, and also I picked up the crit and life down here and attack speed over here as well, and also dual socket there, and Veil Pact of course. For any cast on crit build, Veil Pact is a must, and it's always cool because when you do immense amounts of damage you always gain life leech pretty quickly. Other things I picked up here, which may be a little bit different for cast on crit builds, is a little bit more tankiness. So I picked up shield nodes. As you can see here, I've picked up for extra defenses on my shield, a little bit of extra block too, which is pretty cool. I decided to go with a couple of shield nodes because, you know, I wanted to use it with the Ice Remorse shield just so I can have a bit of extra tankiness, you know, and get that extra melee feel a little bit still, so when I'm playing the game, which is quite fun. Still softcore build, I'd say, when testing it out. I've been doing a few tests with it with high level bosses. Isn't as tanky as I want it to be, but it has immense amounts of clear speed with this build. So we'll just test it out real quickly now in the dried lake area. So I'll just load this up and we'll go in. Now currently I'm level 83 with this character, and of course you're going to probably see it like going pretty crazy here because it's only a level 67 area, but when I cast Warlords Mark as well, so we're going to use Warlords Mark. Now what Warlords Mark does, it gives us life leech and mana leech, you know, which is pretty awesome, and we've got it linked with Blasphemy, so every time I'm near a enemy, they will get cursed straight away. I don't have to cast any curses. We're also going to use Hatred as well, so it gives us extra 34% of our physical damage, extra cold damage, which pretty much freezes everything when I go near them. So basically this is how it all works here. So, as you can see, I've only got 112 mana, but mana's pretty much fine. It's staying up quite high, and it's working quite well. Life leech is always pretty good too, so our life is always staying up very nicely. He's a pretty strong guy, and boom, he's down. So the clearing speed on this build is pretty cool too. In Path of Exile, a lot of mobs, they they don't tend to resist physical damage as well as the elemental damage, so the physical spell gems that are linked with Cast on Crit here do work quite well with this build. Okay guys, so he's paying attention to my life on the left here, so we'll see if we can find Vol. See how quickly we can take him out with this build. Okay, so Vol's down here. So keep an eye on my life. Okay, so Vol's down pretty fast. Let's have a look at our offense. So critical strike chance, 84% chance to crit, which isn't too bad. Okay, so that's on a low level area when we're testing it. Maybe we need to do something a little bit harder, so what we'll do is we'll see if we can find a higher tier map here, see if I can find something a little bit more higher tier. What do we got here? Yeah, I don't have too many higher tier maps at the moment, so we'll just test it out on a CoC map, which is a tier 5 map. It's not that high, but yeah, we'll just give it a try anyway. We'll see if we can put some mods on it too. Yeah, elemental equilibrium's alright, doesn't matter. Inhabited by humanoids, that's fine by me. Okay, so we'll just go in there now. Alright, so let's give this a go in here now. Yeah, so if you keep an eye on my health on the left, you can see that I've got 3,469 life at the moment. It's still a low amount of life, but it's not too bad. It's doing what I need it to do, and it's clearing quite quickly. What we'll do now is we'll just test it out with this build, like if I just stand here, see if I die. So block chance is pretty good, but still not a lot of life. So I'm trying to work on a bit more life, try and get a little bit more life as we progress in the later stages, later levels of the game. But I just cyclone in the big crowds, and it's really fun when you get a big mob. When you get a big crowd going, you can just cyclone in there. So we're on the boss here, and as you can see, he can do a bit of damage, but that's alright. Probably one of the weaknesses of this build is when you get up to bosses. It's got massive clear speed when you're in big groups of mob, but when you only have one mob, you know, and they do a ton of damage, you got to be careful with your life leech and that, and you got to make sure you got your flasks ready to go when you're on the bosses, because it won't trigger or proc as often when you're not around big groups. That's one of the flaws of the build, but it is a real fun build to play if you want to just do a cast on crit build with the physical skill gems and try them out. It's been pretty fun. So anyway guys, I'm Lucas D. I hope you like this cast on crit build. It's just one of the builds I've been testing, just something fun to do in the softcore league, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.